On our first day of following Christian, we followed him as he was getting ready to go to the Pokemon Trading Card Game League at Books A Million. All ready to go, Christian and his mother leave for the league. On the way, they stop at BP gas station so Christian could fill his sports bottle with some refreshing soda pop. After Christian enters Books A Million for the league, he sees someone with a rare, holographic Team Rocket Dark Raichu card, so he offers all his tradable holo rare cards and non-holo rare cards, but the boy did not want to trade his Dark Raichu card. After signing in with Mark, the gym leader, he trades a few cards, then he plays mini card games. Much later, because of the release of the Team Rocket cards, now available in stores, a party was held with games and prizes. We watched as league members played a musical Pokeball game. A costume contest was also held. 5 people came dressed as Team Rocket members, but Christian was wearing his Ash getup like he usually wears every Saturday. It was originally a Halloween costume, but he thought of it as also a formal item to wear for the league. So he entered and won first prize, a cool t-shirt. After receiving the t-shirt, he left for home so he could go to Ruckersville before it became dark. This is Christian's home in Ruckersville, Virginia. On the second day, Christian woke in his country home in Ruckersville. This is Christian's country room. He helped his mother by moving heavy and light boxes, furniture and stuff from the van to the house, and house to workshop. Afterwards, they loaded the van, got ready to leave, and left for Richmond. On the way, they stopped at Country Cooking Restaurant in Orange County for lunch. Later, they returned to Richmond and re-unloaded their van. But, even though they worked hard today, putting and taking, there was still a lot to move back to Ruckersville. These are Christian's parents: father, Robert F. Chandler, Jr., and mother, Barbara W. Chandler. On the third day, Christian spent an odd day at Manchester High School. The first class he went to was his English class with Mr. Goss. This is Mr. Goss chatting with his fellow teacher friend. During class, Mr. Goss discussed the difference between Shakespeare's world and the real world of today. Christian rested his eyes after Mr. Goss's discussion and before the bell rang. Next, he had trigonometry. I'd hate to be Christian when his nerves kicked into action after waking up from a noddy snooze cruise, but I was. Next was computer graphics. It was great for him today, because he got to print his own CD cover. Next was Spanish too. He took a quiz today, but I think he feels confident in his work. And finally, after a hard odd day, he rides home on a bus. But unfortunately, it had a few slow-in-the-minds on it. These buses are full of nutty slow-in-the-minds. On the fourth day, we follow Christian on an easier school day, an even day. First, he went to English class. He cruised on a zzz while starting to read a dollhouse story. Second was photography class, but with the immature boys and getting up to develop photos, he never falls asleep in that class. Fourth was contemporary living. Today, Mrs. Tortorella talked about eggs and microwaves, and from the eggs, I'm hungry. Which brings up lunch. On an odd day, Christian eats alone, but on even days, he is with friends: Tiffany, Sarah, and Brian. Brian was not there today. He went on a field trip to DC. Sixth was coping/study hall. During the free time in this class, Christian likes to get into a good book. Here, Christian is reading an R.L. Stine novel during coping class. And at 1:30, our hero leaves for home on that bus. On the fifth day, we decided to take a break from lugging the tripod around at Christian's school, but instead, we will observe the daily activities that he does at home. He likes to play his video games, i.e. Pokemon, Sonic the Hedgehog, etc. He also likes to go onto the internet to browse for new Poke News articles and to check the status of visitors. Or he updates his website, Quick's Pokesite, too. This is Christian's city room. He also likes to go swimming at the YMCA pool. He needs to cool off after a hard day anyway. He also likes to sort and look through his book of Pokemon trading card game cards and his decks. And he also likes to express himself in his art. Then later, he brushes his teeth, takes a shower, say goodnight to his parents, watch a little TV, then he goes to bed with music to relax to. On the 6th day, we followed Christian and photographed the achievements of Christian and his friends. First, we noticed on the wall of the cafeteria hallway were posters from computer graphics classes. One was his, and we photographed it. Next, in Christian's contemporary living class, he, Tiffany, and Sarah were fixing filled pasta shells, garlic bread, and a salad. After fixing the salad, Tiffany did that and the garlic bread. The girls were enjoying the salad. Christian did not have any salad. Lettuce or tomatoes, and a few other vegetables, alone make him feel green in the face. But after the bread and pasta shells were done, Christian and Sarah made the shells together. They all enjoyed a little something Italian. And, during photography class, he mounted a photo of his mother. He took and developed it himself, and later colored it. This Mother of the Year 2000 award will be presented to Christian's mother on the Mother's Day of 2000. On the last day of our week-long journey, we followed Christian through one tough Friday. Christian came to school wearing a dress shirt and pants, a tie, and his cap and gown were in the bag. He went to English class and took a vocabulary quiz. After the quiz, Christian signed the senior memory book of his friend, Miranda Mitchell. This is Miranda's first reaction to Christian's nice message. During trigonometry class, he took notes on SSA triangles with the sine formula. Then in computer graphics class, he sketched an idea for a self-portrait, and it suited the requirements. But he'll have to wait till next class because he needs a couple of his home files to start him off. In Spanish too, he started on a test, but he did not finish it, because he had to go for the senior group photo. Christian had to walk down a mile-long hill to the football stadium, and when he got there, he put his stuff down in the entrance, put on his cap and gown, and went to join the group of seniors. After the long wait for the pictures to be taken, being crowded like a sardine surrounded by immature teenage boys, and having the hot sun shining down on him and everyone else, he went back to the shady entrance. He got his stuff, and on the way back up the hill, his bus driver drove down to tell him that she called his father and told him about Christian and the photo shoot taking so long. So Christian walked back up the hill. He became tired and sweaty. After he entered the school building, he rested in the open commons for a few minutes. Then he buzzed for his father to pick him up, got ready to go, chilled out, and got picked up by his dad. And that concludes our week-long documentary of A Week with Christian W. Chandler, the autistic boy that has made it this far. : Close parentheses.